This is a way of life that's gone on around the shores of the UK for generation after generation, and at the moment that's in more danger than it's ever been.
We're living on a knife edge now, so basically it's now or never, if you like.
The last boats fishing should be small boats like this. If there's any boats to be stopped from fishing, that shouldn't be little boats like this, which provide fish direct to the local community. We feel that we don't get a fair crack at the British allocation of fish. We are robbed by the British government, and some of the bigger fishing companies seem to have most of the fishing quota allocated to the UK, which we feel is very unjust.
If they are serious about looking after the planet and the environment, I think, you know, they've got to start with keeping what's caught locally, sold locally and eaten locally. If they put all us small guys out of business, and then they've got to import something from thousands of miles on an aeroplane, and then on a lorry, and you know, and then on a delivery van, and it doesn't do anything for the environment, does it?
The quota system was implemented, to protect fish stocks, but someone now owns the right to it, so if you've got enough money, you can go and catch what you want, so it's going against the whole grain of why it was in place.
It's turned into a commodity, which is basically privatisation of the fishing industry, so the government can wipe the hands of it. Within a few years, all the quota will end up in the hands of a few.
We've been privatised to the degree that the harder they can make it for us, the quicker we will go. So literally, you're being made bankrupt to get you out of the industry.
Unless we can actually earn a living, what's the point to keep pressing on with it?
If you was to come in and I could show you my book of what we've earned over this, since Christmas, you'd have a laugh. And if you had to live on that, what would you do? Sign on the dole. I'm sorry for the youngsters because I know they're not getting enough to live on.
The future of the whole thing is in the hands of youngsters, and if they're not here, this industry will die with us.
We don't land a quantity, but it's quality fish that we land. We're day boats. You don't catch undersized fish, you don't damage stocks. We should have a bigger share of the quota.
I feel like it's my garden, and I'm looking after my garden as well. I've got a lot of passion for it, and I do respect the sea. And I talk to the sea and let her know that I respect her. You've got to look after her, and she'll look after you. It's the green way of fishing.
We look after what we got.
You was taught right from day one that all that small fish was your future. You get it back over the side and get it away, so that it lives, and we do.
We are the absolute pinnacle of conservation fishing. We're right at the bottom of the pile, with everyone stamping on top of us. And that is actually been ripping the heart out of little communities like this all around the UK. Fishing is such a major part of some of these smaller isolated towns around the UK, that some of these small places, that is the only industry there is left. We can't afford to be represented at all these meetings. That's big fishing companies which have got the influence with politicians and quota management and all the rest of it. We're just so far down the scale.
That this is an island that's surrounded by sea, with one of the biggest maritime histories anywhere in the world. And if you don't keep things under control, you're going to lose it all. It needs to be protected.
Without a major change of direction, there is little future.
You'll see one big massive trawler come up here in a couple of years' time with Tesco's wrote up its side, and they'll tow straight up and take what fish we take in a year and a day.
We're going to lose all the knowledge that's been handed down, and that you'll never get that back.
When it's too late, people think, oh, we should have helped them. But it's too bloody late then. Now we've got a chance to do something. So we've got to take the chance now, otherwise it will be gone.